Have you ever felt like you were facing an impossible challenge? A mountain you just couldn't move? Well, today I want to tell you a story about a man who literally moved a mountain. Not with dynamite or heavy machinery, but with his bare hands and an unbreakable spirit. Imagine living in a village so remote, so cut off from the world, that a giant mountain stands between you and everything you need. That was the reality for the people of Kayuangba, a small village nestled deep in the mountains of Guizhou, China. For generations, they were trapped. Getting food, medicine, or any basic supplies meant a treacherous journey over dangerous, winding paths. The mountain wasn't just a landmark, it was a barrier to life itself. The land was dry, crops struggled to grow, and poverty was a constant companion. But one man, a local villager named Huang Dafa, looked at that mountain and didn't see an obstacle. He saw a challenge. He saw a future where his community could thrive. He had a simple, yet monumental idea. If they couldn't go over the mountain, they would go through it. In 1959, Huang Dafa made a promise to his fellow villagers. He would bring them water and a road. He was just a regular person, not an engineer, not a highly educated man, but he had something more powerful: determination. He gathered a small team of villagers, armed with little more than hammers, chisels, and pure grit. Their mission: to carve a canal right through the heart of the solid rock. Think about that for a second. Most of us get frustrated trying to assemble furniture with instructions. This man was planning to hand-carve a tunnel system through a mountain. His first attempts, however, were not successful. The projects failed due to a lack of technical knowledge. Many people would have given up right there. The mountain had one. But not Huang Dafa. He realized that sheer will wasn't enough. He needed knowledge. So, at the age of 53, he walked 4 miles to the nearest town and dedicated himself to learning. He studied water conservancy and engineering, often just by copying diagrams from old, discarded textbooks. He taught himself mathematics and surveying techniques. He became the village's self-taught chief engineer. With this newfound knowledge, he returned. This time, he was ready. He meticulously planned the route, calculating every angle and every drop in elevation to ensure the water would flow. He organized the villagers, leading them onto the treacherous cliffs. Dangling from ropes, with hammers and chisels in hand, they began to chip away at the stone, inch by painstaking inch. The work was incredibly dangerous. They faced landslides, fallen rocks, and the constant risk of a fatal fall. Every day was a battle against the mountain. Every strike of the hammer was an act of defiance. This wasn't a project that took weeks or months. It took years, decades, in fact. Seasons changed, children grew up, and still Huang Dafa and his team were on that mountain, chipping away. For 36 long years. Let that sink in. 36 years of his life, dedicated to this single, audacious goal. Many of the original workers grew old, some even passed away. But Huang Dafa never wavered. His hair turned from black to gray, but his vision remained crystal clear. He was going to bring water to his village. Finally, in 1995, the moment of triumph arrived. After 36 years of relentless labor, the canal was complete. Water, for the first time, flowed from the mountain, coursing through the newly carved channel and into the thirsty fields of Kayuangba. The main canal stretched for over 7 kilometers, with an additional 2 kilometers of branched channels, winding through 3 mountains and across sheer cliffs. It was more than just a canal. It was a lifeline. It brought irrigation to their farmlands, allowing them to grow rice and other crops. It provided a path, a connection to the outside world that they had never had before. The village began to change. Poverty loosened its grip. Hope, like the water in the canal, began to flow freely. Today, this incredible feat of engineering and perseverance is known as the Dafa Canal, or sometimes the Poor Man's Canal. It stands as a powerful testament to what one person, fueled by a deep love for their community, can achieve. Huang Dafa is now hailed as a modern-day folk hero, a foolish old man who truly did move a mountain. His story reminds us that the greatest obstacles are not always the physical ones in front of us, but the ones we create in our own minds. It teaches us that, with persistence, a willingness to learn, and a powerful sense of purpose, the impossible can become possible. It might not happen overnight, but one strike of the chisel at a time, you can reshape your world. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about incredible people changing the world. See you next time.